Charis Kai Irene. Grace and peace to you. My name is Abiut Sagaya and I'm teaching Biblical Greek. I have students in one of the seminaries in Ethiopia. So I help them go through the lessons. So what I do a video lesson every time or every week so that I help the students to go through the material. So this lesson is brought to you not as a full load course, but as a highlight. So these video lessons are not the full load of the study, but they are very helpful. Although they are very short, but they are very helpful. So anyone who wants to start his beginning Greek class, I hope he will find it helpful. So this is what I do every week. So I appreciate if you can go through the lesson and give me your feedback, your comments, and also don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel. Let's grow this channel so that people learn the Greek of the Bible, so that they will have the feel of the original language. So the Lord willing, we may keep adding lessons as we go forward, and I hope you will enjoy it. May the Lord bless you. Thank you once again. Charis Kai Irene. Grace and peace to you.
Lesson 1. Some basics of the Greek language. In this lesson, we are going to learn some basics of the Greek language. We begin with saying few words about biblical languages. Now, there were many languages in the world when the Bible was written. But see, God chose to reveal himself in a written form through Hebrew and Aramaic in the Old Testament and Greek in the New Testament. So the Protestant Bible has 39 books in the Old Testament written in Hebrew and some portion in Aramaic, and 27 books in the New Testament which are written in Greek. So these are the three biblical languages. Now, the New Testament was written in the Koine Greek. Koine means common in Greek. Common means it was spoken by everyone. The Koine Greek was a language of everyone. It was a language of daily business, daily life. Business documents, personal letters, even governmental documents were written in Koine Greek. So the New Testament authors were using Koine Greek to write the gospel, to write the epistles, because that was the language of the day. It was the lingua franca of that day, that time. Now, any new language study begins with the introduction of the alphabet. So we begin here with the Greek alphabet. Since we are going to study Greek, our focus is the New Testament Greek. So let's say you are here to study Greek, right? So where do you begin? You begin with the study of the alphabet. Now look at the word alphabet. Alpha, bet. So these are similar to the first two letters of the Greek alphabet. In fact, they are also similar to the first two letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Here is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. It is alpha. This is how it looks like. And then the second letter is beta. For Hebrew, the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet is aleph. The second letter is bet. So now, when you combine aleph with bet, you get the sound alphabet. Alphabet. When you combine alpha, the first letter of Greek, with the second letter, beta, you get alpha beta. So alphabet. Wow, this sound is nice. So this is where we get the term alphabet. Now, the Greek alphabet has 24 letters. Out of the 24 letters, 7 are vowels and 17 are the consonants. We will look at the vowels in a short while. But for now, don't forget, this term, alphabet, corresponds to the first two letters of Hebrew and Greek. Aleph, bet, alpha, beta. Revelation chapter 1 verse 8 reads this: Ego me to alpha kai to omega. Ego emi to alpha kai to omega. You see, this alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet, and omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet. So in Revelation chapter 1 verse 8, when Jesus revealed, the risen Christ revealed himself to in a revelation to John the apostle, he described himself as ego emi to alpha kai to omega, which means I am the alpha and the omega. So ego in Greek is I, emi is verb to be, that is I am. So I am. Then to in Greek is a definite article, the. And alpha is actually the first letter of Greek, alpha, the alpha, and kai is a conjunction, coordinating conjunction, and to is a definite article again. Then you have the final letter of the Greek alphabet, that is omega. So Jesus says, I am the beginning and the end. There you have the first letter of Greek alphabet and the final letter of Greek alphabet. In this slide, we are going to learn all the 24 alphabets of Greek. In this side, you have the name for each Greek letter. In this side, you have the lowercase, which in Greek, they are cursives. And you have the uppercase here, which are initials. And you got the transliteration. Transliteration means their corresponding letter in English and some guiding pronunciations in this section. So let's begin with the names of each Greek letter. There you got alpha, the small letter, and alpha, the capital, which is A, as in father. Then you got beta, beta, the capital, B, the transliteration is B, the English B, B. And then you got gamma, this is the capital, and this is the transliteration, G as in God. Then you got delta, here the cursive, and the initial looks like this. This is how it is transliterated, the pronunciation, de. Epsilon, E as in bet. It is a short vowel, which you will learn in this lesson in a little while. Then you got zeta. This is a small, this is a capital, this is the transliteration. This is how it is pronounced. Z as in ads, diz. Then you have eta. This is the capital. It is a long vowel. That's why you have this mark on the top of the letter E, as in day. It's very long, long. E, eta. Then you have theta. The capital is here, and then it has th transliteration, and then you read it. You pronounce it with a th sound, as in this. Then you got iota. This is actually the smallest letter in Greek. Iota. The capital is this. I, transliterated as I in English. It is I as in machine. And then you got the kappa. The capital is this. K, and pronounced like K of English. Lambda, you have the cursive, the initial, and the transliteration here, the pronunciation L. And then mu, this is the cursive form, this is a capital form, the transliteration, the pronunciation M. Then you have nu, this is a cursive, this is the capital, the transliteration, the pronunciation N. Xi, this is a cursive, this is a capital, X. X is a transliteration as in axe. That's how it is pronounced. Omicron, O, it looks like an English O, it's an Omicron. This is capital. It is transliterated with English O. It is pronounced as O, as in dot. It's a short vowel. We'll talk about this in a little while. Then we got P. P, this is not pi, okay? Maybe in some equations, you might hear people pronounce it as pi, but this is not pi, it is P. We don't call it pi, we call it P. All right, P. See the cursive form, and then you have the initial form like this. It's look like P, it is P, it's transliterated with the English P and pronounced as P. This is a raw, which is somehow you need to be careful. It looks like the English P, but it's not that. It is raw, a Greek raw. The capital is this, transliterated with English R, pronunciation R. Then sigma, you have two forms of sigma, initial sigma and final sigma. So if this sigma appears in any Greek word at the beginning, in the middle, it will have this form, but if it appears at the end of a word, it will take this form, this final form. This is the initial, and this is how it is transliterated into English as, and the pronunciation is S as in sing. Then we have Tao. This is the cursive form, this is the initial form, and then we got T for its transliteration, the English T, and then the pronunciation is T in English. Then we have upsilon. This is the cursive form, the initial form. It has, you may have two ways of transliterating this one with the U and the Y of English. It is pronounced as in universe, U as in universe. Then we have phi. Phi, this is the cursive form, this is the initial form. PH, English PH is a transliteration, and we have PH in the pronunciation as in phone. And then we have K. This is K. This is the initial, this is the cursive, this is the initial, CH is the transliteration, and it has the pronunciation of CH as in lock, back. Then we have ps, ps, ps. This is the cursive, this is the initial, and it has PS, transliteration. The English PS is the transliteration, and PS, the pronunciation PS as in drops. Then we have omega. This is the cursive, this is the initial, and this is the transliteration into English word O, and then you got O as in obey. It's a long vowel. So pay attention to these ones. There is E short, we have E long, and we have O short, and we have O long. So pay attention to those letters. They are very important. You will find them in the Greek vowel, and you will learn their function. So this is all about the alphabet. So let me say it one more time in their order, and then you keep memorizing it. So memorization should keep on until you get familiar with each Greek word, and until it becomes easier for you to name them, to write them in the order they occur, because this is very helpful when you want to study a word in any given Greek lexicon or dictionary. The dictionaries will have their entries for words with the Greek alphabet. So if you know the alphabet order, it will be easier for you to find any word from any Greek lexicon. So let's begin with the alpha. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, k, ps, omega. These are the Greek alphabet. This is a repetition of the alphabet. This is how they will look like when they are written in their cursive forms. And these are the capitals, the initial forms, and the 7 Greek vowels are these ones: alpha, epsilon, eta, iota, omicron, upsilon, and omega. So alpha, epsilon, eta, iota, omicron, upsilon, omega. So these two, eta and omega, are always long vowels. You remember we have seen in the alphabet that this epsilon is the short E, and this eta is a long E, and this omicron is the short O, and this omega is the long O. So it is a repetition here. The vowels are alpha, epsilon, eta, iota, omicron, upsilon, and omega. These two, eta and omega, are always long vowels. Now let's talk about transliteration and translation. Transliteration means putting one language into the letters of another. That means you will have the Greek language, say logos, then now you put this logos, the Greek language, into the English words. That is called transliteration. But when you give the meaning of that word in another language, it is called translation. So these are the difference between translation and transliteration. Here is an example. There you get Greek word. Here is the Greek word logos. And then you have the transliteration, which means you are putting the Greek word into English words. So lambda corresponds with L, Omicron corresponds with O, gamma corresponds with G, Omicron corresponds with O, sigma corresponds with S. That we have logos. That's the pronunciation actually. What is the translation of logos? It is word or a word. Since we don't have any article here, we just say word. So logos, word. You have Greek word, it is transliteration, and it is translation.